Yes, good morning. Hope it's a beautiful new week. Today it's a Monday and we're starting off with a new week. So I'll just dive into oil. We just want to look at the technical part of what's going on oil as we measure it with the fundamentals which has been ongoing. So US oil is this particular oil that I trade, and we've been seeing in most cases in the past month, past weeks, oil has been really reacting due to the geopolitics which has been happening and which is still ongoing. So we could see that oil has been responding nicely to the geopolitics, the US Iran war, the escalation and the escalation of the war has really been making oil prices to fluctuate depending on the circumstance. So as we can analyze, let's just proceed so that we could see the way forward for US oil. So US oil on monthly, I only come on monthly to gauge or to get the bias or the direction bias of the price. On monthly, I do not do market structure. I only do what you call candlestick science. Candlestick science is literally having a single candle on a higher time frame, breaking it down to the lower time frame. Automatically it can really tell you what's happening. So I use a couple of candles, but depending on the current situation, most cases I use two candle. I use the previous candle close, monthly candle close, to determine the most recent candle price move. So according to what I see, we see here the most recent candle, the previous candle close. What happened? We reacted off of this monthly what? Order block. So this means this candle that you see, the previous monthly candle, yeah, it is a respect candle. Respect candle, it respected a PDR, which was our discounted what? PDR, which was our order block. So as we could see, the order flow of oil, US oil on monthly, is literally bullish, you could see. Why is it bullish? Because what we have currently is the bullish order flow that we have on monthly. An order flow comprises of two swing points and a fair value gap, as you could see. Monthly, we strictly bullish, and we continue to see that US oil has been really doing so good, but previously we had a reaction at this monthly fair value gap. Yeah, this was our area of support, where now we started buying off US oil, as you can see. So let's proceed. So since we see now our most recent direction bias is bullish, definitely, and our order flow is bullish order flow, which means we gonna be starting to buy US oil to the upside. Yes, as you could see, we've been on a massive pullback. This was the deep pullback on the monthly range, you could see, and we literally within the discounted pricing. So according to what we see, to expect price now to be moving towards the previous monthly high. This is what my draw on liquidity would look like. Previous monthly high, this should be my draw liquidity on US oil. Ultimately, we shall be also keep taking out all these highs. This is buy sell liquidity that we have. Yes. Then lastly, then we shall see if we'll be taking out that all-time high. So according to what actually we see, yeah, it's easy. We could see that oil is bullish. and we could see our order flow is bullish. But how are we gonna be buying our oil from? On monthly, we don't have any context area. Yes, we already have a narrative that we buy towards this draw on liquidity, the previous monthly high. But how are we gonna go there? How are we gonna buy? Understand? So we have to come lower to a time frame which is weekly. We're just looking for the context. Is clear enough. Weekly is clear enough. You can see, has price reacted off of this monthly order block, we created another fair value gap, or which got used up. Understand? So we got a 2 candle rejection here. The first candle failed to push price higher, so it needed another weekly candle to take out first the previous candle low in order to keep pushing price higher to the upside. So this was my context area on weekly. Yes, ultimately you could see price invalidated this fair value gap. Let's say that it reacted on this weekly order block. Let's use the weekly order block. Yes, and this weekly order block, it signifies that price is still bullish. Why? Because currently we see a reaction off of this weekly order block. If you're to use the order block, but if you used to use the fair value gap, we could see that the fair value gap, yes, was used up, and price used the previous weekly candle low to see that it pushes price to the upside. Still, we already have our context. Our context was on weekly, and most people people used this area of the demand on weekly, which is the order block. Some use this area of the fair value gap, but the right area which was to be used was this rejection low. This was the PDRA, which really was used to see that price could be delivered to the upside. So after getting that, we do what we call time alignment. Time alignment, we have to make sure that we look for entries on lower time frame. Yeah, since we are bullish on monthly, we are bullish on weekly, we should also be bullish on 4 hour. We should wait for a price to shift back to the what? To the upside. So on 4 hour, it's clear price shifted, which means now on all our time frames we've aligned bullish. This means now we're good to go. 4 hour, that's it, we're good to go. And what happened on 4 hour? 4 hour, we had a shock. This was a change of character, a market structure shift. Yeah, it's clear enough that price shifted to the upside. Now after price shifted to the upside, we had what we call external range liquidity, which was taken up. Again, price came to the discounted PDRA, which was our area of fair value gap, of which where now we are reacting off of to see that we continue pushing upwards. So this is my target. I'm hoping to see price now continuing to the upside. For some reasons, that this fair value gap is what now we're using to push price towards our area of the draw on liquidity, which we saw on our monthly time frame. So all this will be our internal range liquidity. Yeah, you see, but the first target will be this area of imbalance, ultimately to this draw on liquidity. So this is what I had for US oil. We ultimately bullish, yes, of course. Yeah, we just need to wait and see how price might play. So have a blessed week. I'll be bullish on US oil. Thank you.